The absence of a proper PlayStation showcase is being felt, and who knows, maybe we do get one this year. But in the meantime, while we wait, let's talk about 5 studios working on 5 new IP. These 5 could be Sony's greatest secret weapons in their portfolio and have the potential to change the games industry forever. Before we jump into that, if you could do me a huge favor, like, subscribe, share the video. It really does help my videos get out there to more people, and I appreciate it a ton. Now let's start off with Sony Santa Monica, and they're working on a new IP, and this is said to be fantasy-based, based on the job listings that we've seen. This game is in very early stages at the moment, but you know, once they are ready to show us something, it's going to be impressive, especially with somebody like Cory Barlog heading up this game, which I believe he is, although I don't know if that's technically confirmed yet. As far as what we know about this game, based on the jobs postings, we know that it has to have realistic, believable, fantasy-based characters, creatures, and props, and that it is pretty much going to be very much fantasy-focused, and that's about it. That's really all we know. And you might be wondering, well, why? Why is this such a big deal? Well, you got to think about this for a second. This studio has been making God of War for a long time, and the last God of War they made won Game of the Year and won many, many Game Awards, and Ragnarok is probably one of the most anticipated games of this year, which is also probably going to review very well. And so hearing that they're going to finally be working on a new IP, the potential is there, especially because they are proven developers. They are proven to be talented. They are proven to make great video games. And this makes me believe that we are in for a treat. And this could change the game's landscape. This could change Sony's portfolio. This could stand out amongst the many games that come out in a generation. The second game coming from Naughty Dog, and they are working on a new IP headed by Neil Druckmann. People have speculated it's fantasy-based due to some images found in The Last of Us Part 1 and 2, but as far as that goes, that's all really just speculation. We don't even know what the theme is going to be or what it could be about. We just know that it's going to be a new IP. Now, Naughty Dog is a leader in the video games industry and is known for crafting the highest quality video games with deep narrative stories and attention to detail. This is huge based on the history of this studio alone. Every new IP they have ever made has been a hit. Crash Bandicoot, Jak and Daxter, Uncharted, The Last of Us. It goes without saying that they have massive talent and the ability to create amazing IP that even stand the test of time. They are still making Crash Bandicoot games to this day, not Naughty Dog, but the IP is still there and it's still beloved. These guys are no joke. They know how to make an incredible game, an incredible IP, and that is why Naughty Dog's new IP is going to be a major staple in Sony's portfolio and probably going to be something that changes the gaming landscape, something that really impresses people and has people talking about it for a very long time into the future. Now, this next one is probably going to be a little unexpected for some of you. Bungie. Now, Bungie is working on a new IP as well. They are scheduled to release by 2025, which is very far out. But the reason I want to talk about them is because Bungie is an innovator and a leader in the FPS genre. Halo, which to this day remains as Xbox's biggest IP and one of the biggest IP out there, is probably one of the biggest reasons why everybody should be excited about Bungie's new IP. And then they followed up with Destiny, which changed the industry and started the chase for successful live service games. How many people can you think of that created games, or how many studios can you think of that created games to try to cash in on that Destiny money? A handful of studios, and a lot of them were not successful. There were few that were, but for the most part, they couldn't recreate what Destiny created in the first place. Now, Bungie is undefeated in creating great worlds, so it stands to reason that this new IP has a lot of potential. I think that this is going to be a big game changer. And although it's going to be a multi-platform title as confirmed, they are still going to play a major role for Sony, at least when it comes to the books and probably some exclusive content there as well, even if the game is not exclusive. Now, this next one is Bluepoint Games, and I know maybe this isn't as exciting as the last 3 studios that I was talking about, but they are working on an original IP. And after Demon's Souls Remake, they have proven they are capable, so much so that Sony went ahead and bought them, which is really saying something. Now, depending on what this original IP is, we could see something fruitful. I mean, it could be something totally new. or it could be an IP that's already existing. It's hard to know exactly what it is, as people have said original IP could be an IP already in existence that Sony owns, or it could mean a new IP, most people leaning towards an already existing IP. There are so many rumors on what it could be, but nothing concrete so far, so I don't even want to begin to speculate on what they could be creating. But based on their previous works, I think that they are capable and they are going to give us something that is likely going to impress. I can't say for sure as confidently as I am about the other 3 studios, but I do believe that Bluepoint Games has potential. Now, this last one is probably the biggest wild card out of the 5. Deviation Games. They are working on a new IP, a multiplayer first-person shooter with an emphasis on great gameplay and storytelling. Their thing, and they have stated, is they want to be different. They want to build something different. They don't want to keep doing what everyone else is doing. They want to change the formula. They want to deviate, as their name goes, Deviation Games. Now, this studio is made up of ex-Treyarch devs who helped build COD to what it is today. Think about it. COD is probably one of the biggest IPs in the industry. I don't want to say that they are the biggest IP, because then we have like Mario and Pokemon, but they are definitely up there at the very least. And this could be Sony's biggest wildcard in their entire portfolio of games to come. Sony has been lacking in the first-person shooter department, and this is the team to fill that gap. You got to think about it. They are talented. They are proven. They know how to create a good game with great gameplay and storytelling. So I feel like bringing those two together with the tools that Sony can give them, based on them being known for making great storytelling games, I feel that Deviation Games has the full potential and has the capability of creating a new IP that, again, will be remembered for the foreseeable future and will have people excited and maybe even become Sony's biggest thing yet. Of course, that is a difficult thing to do when you have studios like Naughty Dog and Sony Santa Monica and Sucker Punch and all these other people, but I believe that they are definitely a candidate to have that kind of potential to fulfill those gaps in Sony's portfolio. Now, we talked about 5 studios, 4 to 5 new IP, and we hear a lot about remasters or remakes, and that's all Sony's about, but this is proof that there is a lot going on that we're going to see soon enough from Sony. And now I want to ask you guys, what do you think the top 5 wild cards or their secret weapons are in Sony's portfolio? Do you agree with me on these 5, or do you think maybe there are 5 other studios and 5 other games that could be happening that could be wild cards, that could be the secret weapons in Sony's portfolio? Let me know in the comments. And as always, if you have not subscribed already, please subscribe, like, share the video. You can follow me on Twitter. Link will be in the description. I will talk to you guys all on the next one. Take care.